Okay, guys, so I originally was going to do this about 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to do a review of the SpongeBob movie spinoff called Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie. Now, I know for a fact I think it was about like a year ago, it has been, like got linked on Twitter. Like someone actually uploaded the whole movie on Twitter and then it got taken down. This was like after when the movie got announced on there. And I remember that I don't really think this might not be a really good movie. And I do remember my senior year, I think it was about 2 years ago, they announced they're making another SpongeBob movie, which I don't think is really going to be too good. Like, SpongeBob's, downfall, everybody always says it was good until, after his, first movie. But, the thing is, sometimes they just keep on going with TV shows and stuff like that. Like, The Simpsons, they've been going on for about, 35 years, and there's no sign of that show ending. And some people do want the show to end. I do remember watching Sandy Cheeks' first movie, and I remember when I first saw the animation style to it, I'm all like, I do not think this is going to be a really good movie. Because, everybody misses the old animation style of SpongeBob. But well, basically after the first movie, the original writers, animators, and the creator also left the show. That's the whole reason why SpongeBob's different. And, a lot of people don't really like new SpongeBob. They all prefer SpongeBob when it first came out afterwards. I rather do too. I don't really like new SpongeBob. I rather watch, the very first episodes. Some kids are not even allowed to watch the show because there's, too many adult jokes in it, which kind of makes sense. Alright, so we're going to talk about the movie. So the movie is basically about when Bikini Bottom is basically being taken away by this lab. I don't really remember the name of it because I've only watched the movie one time. And, I really do remember... Okay, so there's going to be, major spoilers here. So if you don't want to watch the rest of this video and you want to see it, then you don't have to watch it because I'm going to spoil it. I remember... So basically Sandy made a song in the beginning of the movie, and then 2 minutes later Bikini Bottom is already taken away. The plot of the movie kind of went a little too fast, and then it wasn't even about 10 minutes in the movie and they've already left Bikini Bottom. And you can even tell that the way that the animation style is, it's not really too good as it is at first, because every single time when they always keep going with movies, they're just running out of ideas. The first SpongeBob movie, SpongeBob goes out to Bikini Bottom, and then in Sandy Cheeks' movie, she goes out to Bikini Bottom. That's literally the same story plot. But the thing is, I don't really like how they're just running out of ideas and making more movies and stuff like that. They announced that they're making a Plankton movie. I mean, I don't see that really being a bad idea. I mean, I would watch that. I did watch the movie though a little while ago, and I don't really think it wasn't too good of a movie. I mean, people who still like to watch new SpongeBob would like it, but I myself don't really like the new one. I rather watch the first episodes that came out at first because they were way better, and they're just making more ideas all because so that they can make money, and then usually it's called a cash grab or something like that. And I don't really think that wasn't... They even put the movie on Netflix, which it wasn't even that good anyway. The movie had had a $70 million budget, but they probably didn't want to release it in theaters because they probably knew it was going to be bad. And the thing is, I remember about 3 years ago, I watched, what was that one movie? The Loud House movie. And that wasn't really a good movie. And I know some people on here are going to be kind of mad that I'm saying that the Loud House movie was terrible. The only thing that I liked about it was the song Ordinary Me and some of the songs on it. But the movie plot was just bland and boring, and it was basically lame, dude. They changed the characters too in that. It's not the same from the show and the movie. And then I remember they made another movie called No Time to Spy, a Loud House movie, which that wasn't really that good. Went too fast. And that's the whole thing about them making movies. When I saw Kung Fu Panda 4, that wasn't a bad movie, it just went too fast. What I'm really excited for is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's what I'm excited for. I would love to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but we have to wait until December for it. But anyways, after when Sandy and SpongeBob go out to Bikini Bottom, they basically take like this like geyser thing, and they like go on a plane to try to ship themselves to Texas. And like they have to go there because like so they can save their fins. And Sandy is actually a flying squirrel, which I wasn't really expecting too much that to happen. And the thing is, you can even tell that the way that the animation is, it's like not the same. Like the animation, they're just making that different kind of animation because all they're worried about is the money. Like they don't even make Alvin and the Chipmunks cartoon hand-drawn animation anymore, all because of the money. They don't really make a lot of hand-drawn anime movies anymore, all because of the money. Because that's literally what all they care about. All they care about is money. And the thing is, it's like every single time when they make something new, it's like not even good. And then I remember the snake battle with in between Sandy and SpongeBob. That kind of reminded me of the movie Rango. That was such a good movie. But yeah, I do like that movie Rango. Yeah, and then we got to see Sandy's family, which I'm pretty sure we've seen a family in the show, really. I don't really know, because it's been a while since I've watched the show, basically. I did watch a new episode about a couple weeks ago, and I didn't really like it. But, like, I don't... And then I do remember this one woman wanted SpongeBob and his friends, all because so that she can make toys out of them. And, because when she was a kid, she wanted to cuddle a fish. But I do remember the part when like she took a fish out of the tank, and then she took it to her bed, and she wanted to cuddle with it, and the fish died. And I was all like, how the heck is this a kids movie? Like the thing is, Wanda Spikes was even in that movie. You don't know who Wanda Spikes is. She's a voice actor and an actor who's in movies like Ice Age and Over the Hedge, and she was in Evan Almighty, I think. But yeah, and the thing is, the CGI they even used for that robot head and the in the human head. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely terrible, dude. Even when they tried it on her backstory when she was a little kid, they made that so bad. Like it was just terrible. Yeah, when I was watching throughout the whole movie, I was all like, bro, this movie's already looking bad enough, dude. And, like, the thing is, they're just, like, keep going and going and going with movies. And I just don't like how they're just, like keep on going movies. Like, come up with something new. Like, y'all just running out of ideas. Like, I know for a fact that they're making a new VeggieTales movie, and I was shocked because I thought they were done making VeggieTales. Well, the last time they made a VeggieTales movie was like 16 years ago. Well, actually, it'll be... No, wait, I think it would still be 16 years. We have to wait 2 years for the movie. I'm not going to watch that because I'm pretty sure it's just going to be rushed. VeggieTales should have just died. It did, but it decided just to bring it back. And then, basically... what I do remember is that in the end of the Sandy Cheeks movie, everybody's saved, and then SpongeBob is back to who he was, and so the robot head pretty much was a human head, got her head off, and then the fish ate it, and as soon as when the fish opened its mouth, you can literally see her human head literally. It's too hard to explain because this was a weird movie. And then at the end of the movie, these two crew members got to go in the water, and they used CGI, weird CGI, and then you could see like the fish in the head when the fish opens its mouth, and so that's basically what the whole movie was. And I literally said this to myself, quote, it was the worst SpongeBob spin-off movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like literally not even good, dude. I don't even watch SpongeBob as much as I used to when I was a kid, because it was SpongeBob, when I watched it as a kid, it was better. But now I'm 20 now, and it's like not even the same. they're just keeping on going with just like getting things outdated. Like, they should have just like stopped making SpongeBob movies. Like, I mean, I can see them keep on going with episodes, but they're just running out of ideas. And like, another SpongeBob movie, I mean, I don't even think that's gonna be that good. I'd rather watch the first movie. Like, this is my ratings of the movie. The first movie is literally the best. My all-time favorite. The second one's okay. I didn't like the animation to it. And the third one, I didn't really care for that one. I mean, I was excited to see it, but after a while, I was all like, this movie's kind of boring. And that's the thing about the Sandy Cheeks movie. Like it was rushed, it was boring, the CGI was terrible, and the characters are not even the same. The animation is not even the same, dude. And there was just so much random stuff in there that, like, yeah. And SpongeBob is an odd TV show when you watch as a kid, but if you watch the new SpongeBob today, it's really, really odd. I just don't like how they're just like keeping on going with like these movies, and they just need to let some of these things die. I found out about a couple weeks ago they're making a Shrek 5. I know a lot of people said Shrek the Third was one of the worst ones of the Shrek franchise. I don't think Shrek 5 would be too good, because Shrek Forever After, the final chapter, means the final chapter. But they just chose to make Shrek 5. I still might go watch it, maybe. I know they're making Toy Story 5, which I don't really think it's going to be that good. I don't like how Toy Story 4 ended. It was just disappointing. Toy Story 3 had a better ending. And I know they're making Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Well, I mean, I did like the first movie, but after watching it again, it gets a little boring. But, and a little bland. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I mean, I will see the sequel. Some people did say the first one was kind of boring. Yeah, I mean, some people just don't really like Five Nights at Freddy's. I was scared of that game when I was a kid. I couldn't really watch it, really. And then, at the end credits of Sandy's movie, they just basically gave Sandy her own theme song, but in the SpongeBob theme style way. I just don't even know why they're just coming up with like so much random stuff, dude. Like, they're just running out of ideas with TV shows, dude. They need to let some of these things die. Somebody was talking about this one animation of SpongeBob, and they're like, "Who the heck animated this?" When SpongeBob, like, it's something about, "Can I touch it?" And then I do know a clip somewhere that I'm gonna show you guys here. I might have to cover it up, probably due to like copyright issues. I don't know, but I don't really think the Sandy Cheeks movie was not a good movie. Like, it was like the worst movie I've ever seen so far. Like, they're just like running out of ideas, dude. And that's the thing. How does that movie cost $70 million when they can't even go back to hand-drawn animation style? It still really wouldn't be good if it was still hand-drawn, because the new animation isn't really like as is at first. Like, I still got my SpongeBob hoodie. I just don't wear it anymore. I'm not really as crazy over him as much as I used to. I started to watch other TV shows. I started to binge watch Family Matters last night. I'm gonna do it again. I used to binge watch SpongeBob all day long. There's even other TV shows that our mom got us into. We all used to watch VeggieTales, and then we quit watching it. Well, as we got older, we didn't watch it anymore. It's not just because we got older, it's just because they kept making new stuff. But VeggieTales from the beginning until 2015 was literally the best. The new ones today are just not the same. And that's the whole thing, because like every single time when they make something new, it's literally not the same. They gotta keep it just like the original. Like, you guys ever watch Space Jam? I'd rather watch the first one. I'm not watching Space Jam: A New Legacy. I'd rather watch the original. It's a classic, it's better, and it's nostalgic to watch. It's literally the best. Space Jam: A New Legacy people actually rather prefer that than the first one. I'm like, that is actually crazy. I'd rather watch the first Space Jam movie. The first movie was literally way better. Because the sequel is not the same, dude. The new animation's not the same. LeBron James doesn't really feel like it, dude. And like that became one of the worst movies of 2021. And LeBron James actually won an award for the worst acting of 2021. Yeah, I don't like the sequel to Space Jam. I'd rather watch the first one. The first one is literally way better, dude. Because I don't really think that, like, Space Jam 2 wasn't too good. They were going to make Space Jam 2 a couple years after the first one, but then they canceled it because Michael Jordan didn't want to return. So they had other movie plans, like Spy Jam and Golf Jam, and then those were canceled because Jackie Chan didn't like the plot. I looked it up. I found it out myself. And then they made Looney Tunes Back in Action, which that was still a pretty good movie. But anyways, they just need to let some of these things just die, but they just can't, and they just keep on going and going with movies. I remember when they were gonna make a Popeye movie. Nope, they canceled that for the Emoji Movie. Again, that is another one of one of the worst animated movies of all time. I know some people are gonna be mad on here, but hey, it cost us a Popeye movie, and also, dude, it's so boring. Like. The movie's boring, the plot's boring, the jokes are not even funny. I remember when there was these emojis saying that, like, oh yeah, we'll just attend some monkey business. I get the joke, but it's not funny, dude. And then there was, like, the poop emoji when, like, he says, like, well, number 2. Dude, that was not even funny when I first watched the movie. I mean, I did like the movie at first, but then after a while, it got boring. And then when I found out it cost us a Popeye movie, that's when I started to hate the movie even more. But yeah, there's even other movies that I've seen that are pretty bad. Like, y'all remember Norm of the North? I mean, it was only funny because of the Gremlins, but that was a terrible movie. I don't really think that was a really too good of a movie. I don't really like that movie. Yeah, I don't like Norm of the North. I don't really think that was too good. And I remember they made the Goosebumps movies. I only like the first one. I don't like Goosebumps 2. Goosebumps 2 didn't really do that good. I gotta watch the first one. It was way better. Let me think of other movies that I can think of. But, anyways, I don't think I can think of another movie. But anyways, I knew for a fact that Sandy's movie was not even gonna be that good because SpongeBob died, bro. He's not really that good to watch anymore. But anyways, the thing is, I wish I could just go back to a kid and watching SpongeBob again. That was way better, dude. Because watching SpongeBob today, they're just running out of ideas, dude. They're making random episodes. Like the chocolate with nuts, that was a good episode. And then they tried to make that episode again with the chocolate lady coming back. Yeah, they're just running out of ideas with movies. And the things with movies, they just need to let them die, bro. I've watched Friday the 13th movies. I stopped watching them at Jason Takes Manhattan. I don't like that one. That's when I stopped watching those movies. And Child's Play, I stopped watching them at Bride of Chucky. Yeah, I don't like that one. Yeah, Bride of Chucky was just stupid. Nightmare on Elm Street, I stopped watching till the fifth one. The fifth one was awful. And let me think of another movie. I can't really think of another movie. I do remember Pixels. Yeah, I think that movie bombed at the box office. That was still a good movie. I mean, hey, I'll take that over Sandy's movie. And I remember The Boss Baby. Watching that as a kid was funny, but now watching it today, it's like, this is like the most cringiest movie I've ever watched. Yeah, it was a cringy movie. The second one had a better plot, but it still wasn't really that good of a movie. Y'all remember Free Guy? That was a good movie. And I did watch Deadpool and Wolverine, which I'm not gonna spoil that movie for you guys. I do know Inside Out 2 made $1 billion. Yeah, so did Deadpool and Wolverine. Inside Out 2 was actually a good movie. It was a good movie. We had to wait like 9 years for a sequel, but still, it was a pretty good movie. They announced they're making an Angry Birds movie 3. Nah, I only like the first one. The second one I don't really care for, but I don't think the third one would be really too good. They've announced none of the movies. Zootopia 2, I mean, I would watch that. Incredibles 3, I don't know about Incredibles 3. I'm gonna need to think about that. And there's this one movie called Hoppers. It's a movie about this like girl who like turns into a beaver so she can discover this dude. I mean, it's new, but that sounds like a dumb plot though. They're gonna make a movie called Fixed, which was gonna be about a dog who was gonna be neutered, which I'm not really gonna talk about that. But they're making a lot of new movies. They're making Moana 2, which I don't see that being a bad movie. And I know they're making a live action version of it, which I'd rather watch the cartoon. And I know they're making Leo and Stitch remake. I might not watch that. I rather prefer the cartoon. I'm not watching anything live action remake. Like the Lion King cartoon. Dumbo, I'd rather watch cartoon. SpongeBob, I'd rather watch cartoon. They're just like making live action remakes, and I don't really think that's gonna be too good. And I even remember that when they made these movies, they just keep going and going. Like, you guys know the Alpha and Omega movies? They made so many movies of them. The first one was the only good one, but all the other ones were terrible. Like, it was an awful, awful movie. Like, the other ones were trash. I remember the Peanuts movie. I do like that movie. It's kind of boring, but I still like them. Yeah, the Peanuts movie was a pretty good movie. Let me think of another movie. I do remember that, I can't really think of anything else. So anyways, that was like my, review of, the SpongeBob movie Spinoff. Like, this is what I say. It was a terrible movie, it was not good, and I did not like it at all. Like, they should have never made it. And I wanted to tell you guys this because I've watched the movie and I knew for a fact it wasn't really going to be that good. But anyways, so that's my review of the movie. So anyways, I'll see you guys later, and thanks so much for watching.